Hey, this is Dr. Priyanka Venugopal, and you're listening to the Unstoppable Mom Brain Podcast, Mini-sode number 2. Today is officially New Year's Day, and while tomorrow's podcast episode is a robust total breakdown of some of the fails that I had in 2023 and my step-by-step process for how I'm turning it around, tune in tomorrow for that podcast episode. Today, I wanted to come clean with you on the word of the year that I had decided on in 2023. And how it was just not that. It was a word that I was hoping for. It was a word that I wanted, but I didn't prioritize it. So today's minisode is all about the word of the year that it really was for me and how I'm going to turn it around in 2024. I hope you guys have an amazing day and enjoy this minisode. Happy New Year, my unstoppable friends. I want to wish you a very, very happy 2024. And I also wanted to come clean. I was thinking a lot about what I was telling everyone in the Unstoppable Orbit on January 1st of 2023. And I shared my word of the year. For me, this is me coming clean. My word of the year was balance. Balance. That was my word of the year. And I want to share with you that by February, it slowly slipped into hustle. I was thinking a lot about what led to that, what I would have done in the past, and what I'm doing differently this year. I'm going to be getting into it all on the podcast tomorrow, but I wanted to just give you a little sneak peek. In the past, I think what I would have done is I would have blamed work, stress, kids, husband, something outside of me. But the real truth is I had an invisible battle happening in my mind. I mean, I was battling time, work, kids, husband, schedules, obstacles. I wanted balance. But the truth is I prioritized hustle, which is why that's what I created in 2023. A lot of hustle, a lot of overworking, a constant state of feeling behind on things. I told myself this lie that I think a lot of professional working moms do, I think a lot of high achievers do, is if I can just get this done, when I get this done, then I will prioritize balance. And in a nutshell, that's just not how it works. I'm going to get into this in a lot more detail in tomorrow's New Year's episode, my step-by-step process for how I'm going to be shifting some of the personal fails that I want to share with you tomorrow in the podcast and how I'm going to be turning it around in 2024. But in a nutshell, the thing that I have decided for this year and kind of the intention of this little video that I'm sharing with you is that I want to intentionally decide now that I am saying no to hustle. I want to choose on purpose to say no to that feeling of constantly being behind. And if I didn't allow myself to blame my time, my kids, my work, my responsibilities, my husband, like anything outside of me, if I had to start, if I had to go first, what is it that I have to really start with saying no to or changing? And that is my story. I have a huge story around being behind. One of the biggest realizations that I have come to, I learn in layers and layers. I definitely learned it when I lost all of the weight, when I reached my goal weight. I learned it then, but it's like I'm learning it again in a deeper way. And that is that discipline in me prioritizing my goal is actually the greatest act of self-love that I think we all deserve. And more importantly, it's something that I really want to model to my children. I think if I'm constantly hustling and they see me constantly overworking, deprioritizing myself, always putting work and responsibilities at the top of the list, I think that they're going to learn that too. And I don't want that for them. I don't want that for my kids. I really want them to learn that discipline and prioritizing yourself is a great act of self-love, and they deserve that, just like we do. So I'm on here just to share, coming clean. Balance was my word. I failed at it miserably in 2023. And now I can really see that it's because I didn't prioritize balance. I prioritized hustle. I'm going to get into so much more of this in tomorrow's podcast episode, but I wanted to share this as a mini concept. If you had a word of the year on January 1st last year, did it pan out? And if it didn't, if you had to describe last year in one word, for me it was hustle, what was your word of 2023? If you kind of look back at it, what was your word? And just being honest without being mean, taking agency and responsibility over the fact that that's what you prioritized, which is the best news. It means that we can choose to prioritize differently. I am so eager to practice this year. It's 2024. I'm so excited for this brand new year to catch some of the fails that I had in 2023, to share them with you, which is what I love about the Unstoppable Orbit. I love sharing my real life wins and falls and then taking you along the journey on how I am changing my life. This is exactly what I did. I actually took the unstoppable process to really unravel this for myself, and I love that I get to share it with you. So I hope that you all join me in bringing an eagerness and an excitement to 2024, and I am so curious. If you had a word of the year in 2023 that you want to leave behind, share it with me. Drop me an email over at info@theunstoppablemombrain.com and tell me if you want to prioritize something different in 2024 to make it your reality. What is it? Have an amazing rest of the day and start dreaming big for 2024. I'm so glad to be on the ride with you. If you are loving concepts like this, conversations like this, if you are loving the little mindset shifts that we are experiencing together here on the podcast, then you should absolutely come and check out the unstoppablemombrain.com/group. This is where you can learn all about my intimate 6-month small group coaching program specifically designed for professional working moms who identify as high achievers. Listen, if you want to reach your dream body goal in 2024, you want to lose the weight with science-backed strategies, the more important thing you need to also have is the mindset skills and tools to take your real brain into account, take your real life into account. And that is what I love doing with my clients in the Unstoppable group. So you can learn all about it over at theunstoppablemombrain.com/group. Enrollment is about to open. You can get a head start by checking it out. I can't wait to see you there.